Hey everyone, Codex here. Today what we're gonna do is take a look at Elrond's native token, Egld, and we will be discussing if this move to the upside that we've caught in the last 24 hours will continue this week or if this is another bull trap. We will also talk about the Mirror Exchange meta bonding and what this means for the Elrond community. So if that's something you're interested in and you find these videos helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video and click on that bell icon so you get notified when I upload a new video. Also check out our Patreon account as we post quality content in there every single day that will help you understand when to buy as well as when to sell. And without further ado, let's get into this one. So we all know that since November of last year, Elrond has been in this continuous and dominant downtrend, and in the last 2 months, the price has honestly done nothing besides this exciting spike right here all the way up to $270 on some exchanges like Binance. I mean, we were mainly going sideways throughout this phase, up and down, liquidating both high leveraged longs as well as short positions, and it's fair to say that a lot of people are starting to wonder if this downtrend will be over soon or if more corrections are yet to come. If we take a look at our chart on the 1 hour time frame, we can see how high the blue LSMA and red RSI are, meaning that in the short term we still have an upward pressure, and this move right here on our indicator looks really similar to what we had back in here. Look how high the blue LSMA and red RSI were back at the start of March, and you can notice that despite the green line going down, the price just kept moving sideways for some time because the blue LSMA played its role as support in here, until the red RSI fell down, of course, below the level of 50, which triggered calls for a downward pressure. So I would honestly expect us to continue moving in the current range in the next 6 to 12 hours, possibly like this. Now on the mid and long term, I'm still bearish. I honestly still don't expect much from Elrond in terms of price action, simply because of how low the blue LSMA and red RSI currently are. If you have been around for a while, you probably know that whenever the blue LSMA and red RSI are below the level of 50, any move to the upside isn't really sustainable, which was the case back in here. We got 3 daily green candles in a row, people got way too excited, but nothing really happened at the end, and the price ended up dropping again, and that's simply because the blue LSMA and red RSI couldn't trend up high. So to me, any move to the upside that we get now doesn't necessarily mean that this downtrend is over. I know that a lot of you get excited about a daily 10% pump, but if we are being honest with each other, there is nothing to be excited about. I mean, I'm not gonna celebrate a 10% pump when we are still down 73 or 74% from our all-time high. Now, if the blue LSMA and red RSI trend above this mid-yellow line, like in here, which by the way will take at least 4 to 5 days, then that will indicate a shift in the trend and a bullish momentum, which is what we experienced back in here. But as long as we don't have that, as long as the blue LSMA is still trending low, and as long as the red RSI is going down, I'm still really not that excited. I'm not convinced. I'm still skeptical if I'm being honest. I mean, I want Elrond to go up to $1,000 or $2,000 like a lot of people are claiming, but I mean, the price won't follow what I want and what I wish for. So, as I said, I still expect a little bit of sideways movement followed by some upward pressure in the next several hours, possibly even tomorrow, as we have an upward pressure on the short term, which can definitely take us to 150 or perhaps even 155 US dollars. But other than that, I still don't expect much until things start looking much better on the daily time frame. This is not my opinion, by the way, guys. This is what the indicators are saying. I follow the indicators. I don't say what I want to hear or what you want me to say. The indicator showed a start of a bearish momentum in here, for example, and we were bearish. When the indicators were bullish back in here, for example, I made a video and I say that there is a high chance of us hitting 230 US dollars before going all the way down to our accumulation phase again. And that's what ended up happening. So as I said, we aren't here to discuss what we want and to be emotional. We are simply here to talk about the facts, and the facts are that things are still tough. Now, moving on to the meta bonding, let's explain what this really means. So, projects that are building on the Elrond network will be now able to distribute about 10% of their token supply to Egld and LKMX stakers over the course of 2 years. In other words, there will be rewards and airdrops to stakers. Now, the snapshot begins in about 6 days, so this is exciting, to be honest, even though I think it's more exciting for Web3 startups than for investors, but we will see about that. Now, whenever there are launches or airdrops or rewards, or anything like it, what happens is that people tend to rush and they start buying and buying, and at the end they end up getting wrecked. And we have seen this twice with Elrond in the last 4 months. I don't really like the idea of FOMOing based on the news, because retail investors, because we are the ones that will end up getting hammered. And I have said this a couple of days before the RIDE token launch. People asked me if I will buy more Elrond back then, and I simply said no. And if you recall, the launch was a total mess and people lost their money. So all I'm saying is, if you see a pump a couple of hours before the snapshot begins, just try not to fall for it. That was about it, guys, for Elrond today. Thanks for sticking by till the end. Don't forget to leave the video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment if you feel comfortable doing so, of course. Have a nice day and peace.